Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey. This week's nails are a little beat up. It's been a rough week. Just a lot of hours, the whole thing. Anyway, today I just want to sit and stitch something that's simple because I am in such a spot with my rainbow sweater. I just don't know what I'm going to do here. Anyway, I'm glad you're here today. Let's discuss things and crochet. So I just was saying how I'm frustrated with this one. So this is the one I finished, right? Looks gorgeous. I absolutely love what I did here. What did I do here? That's my problem right now. Like it looks like this on the inside. I want this to be the inside. I want this to be exactly the same. I'm looking at this going, okay, these are single crochets. These are single crochets. I think all I did was go up and down on each side and then come back up with maybe a slip stitch. If anyone knows, I'd appreciate some feedback on that, but I think it's a slip stitch. Cannot be sure. But the one I was working on in my last video that I thought was working out did not work out. So I ended up taking out the cuff because it was like this much too big. I don't know what was going on here, but I followed the same notes I had. So now I'm trying to recreate this side so I can flip these. So this is the outside. I want this to be the outside. This can be on the inside. That's no problem. I want that on the outside. And if I've gotten to the point where I took it apart, I might as well go all the way back. So I've spent 2 hours this morning going back and forth trying to figure this out. So I might just have to go and look at some of my videos and see if I made one where I talked about how I put them together. Anyways, that's another problem for another time, but it is frustrating me right now, and I'm going to put it aside. So we're just going to stitch something super easy, super fun to do. Take out my 3.5 because I just can't handle it. It is probably also because I'm at my most emotional part of the month, hormones and all that good stuff. And sometimes complicated just doesn't work for me when it's been a long week, haven't been feeling that great, and all the stuff. So I'm just going to work on this hexie cardigan. My other hexie cardigan, I have some decisions to make and some sizing to do, which I haven't done yet. So I think I'm pretty much at the same size for both. But then I got to decide if I'm going to keep this last almost row or chuck it and go back to the last spot. I'll show you what I mean. I'm blabbering about things and not showing you my examples. That is really silly of me. Okay, so which one is the one that's done? So this one is where I stopped. That is the beginning of the row. So I've got basically just one side. I think I'm going to go back to here, maybe, and then do a full row of white just to tie it all together. But this might look okay if I just started over here. So I'm still really on the fence for that. And I'm not sure how I want to fold it, because this could be right at the bottom. And then maybe it wouldn't be as noticeable, but I feel like where it's ending, that's all I've got left of this yarn. So I feel like I am going to have to take it out and go back to take out this row because I couldn't finish the whole row. And so I'm pretty much there with this side as well. So if I do it on one side, I'm going to have to do it on the other side because they are lining up to be the same size, which is fabulous. That's always the worry because, you know, when you do one side, your next one might not be the same because your stitching might be a little bit off, or you're a little looser, or your tension's even tighter. But this has lined up wonderfully. So I'm very pleased with that. But I'm leaning towards that I'm going to take out this final bit just to make it end on the row where it's supposed to. And then I'll have a little bit of this yarn hanging around just for scraps, but that's cool. I'm totally fine with that, but I think I am going to take out these last rows now that I'm talking about it. This is what I think I'm going to do. I don't think I have enough to finish this row either, because this is all I have left. And this one has 1, 2, 3 corners until it gets to that last bit. So it's definitely not going to make it there. So that is what I'm thinking on those. But I'm just feeling super undecided on a few of these things because I'm at some very pivotal moments in these projects, so I might have to just relax on them. With the Hexie cardigan, I do have to try it on my daughter to see what I want to do. I think I want to have the white stripe down the middle to put the 2 pieces together. I think that would look really neat, and maybe I'll just do the join as you go method, just to attach everything together and give it a really nice final finish row around it. And then I got to do the collar and all that good stuff, so that's definitely on my list. And I do have a very big twist to work with, which is fabulous. I have taken my cold pills today because I have officially caught a cold this week. Most people around me have. Winter somehow decided to finally show up here. We've finally got some snow. That's pretty much one of the only times this whole winter we've gotten any. It was for a day or two, and then the temperatures have plummeted to freezing, so everybody's getting sick. Just boom. Kids are sick. Co-workers are sick. I'm not feeling the greatest. But, you know, it is what it is. We're all making it through, surviving. Changed up my face wash, and I think I'm quite happy with it. It's doing something real nice for my skin, so I'm really happy about that. The other one was working okay, but then it stopped being effective. I don't know, it just stopped cleaning my face the way it should, and I started getting breakouts under my neck, under my chin, on my neck. And that's not a spot I'm really comfortable with, having weird little breakouts, so well, I don't think anybody would be comfortable with that, let's be real. I think everyone would find that very uncomfortable. It gets itchy and you go to scratch it and it's all these bumps on your neck. Ugh, not a good feeling. So that's been fun. And I usually end up with something kind of like that every winter, so my skin really does not take to winter very kindly. So that's something I'm working on. Going to be dyeing my hair this weekend a super hot pink. So we'll see how that plays out with the blue. I've heard the blues are hard to lift, and we don't seem to be getting orders of them. We've ordered it again at my work, and they're saying it'll be in on the 20th, but I've got a lot of root growth, and it is that time, and my daughter's, she needs her hair done. We're going purple with her, from a very pale icy blue, kind of like this, to a purple, sort of like that. She's done very well with it. She's really wanting to play with her hair more, wants to grow it out and have fun colors, maybe rainbow hair. So that is something I'm looking into, learning how to do it better than I ever have before. So I went and got a proper brush, a really good smoothing comb. I've got really good scissors now, just slowly but surely grabbing pieces as I go along to help make these kind of things a little more fun, a little more professional for her. I also have a friend of mine is a wonderful hairdresser, so I'm going to see about setting up some time so my daughter can talk to her directly about hairdressing, because she's quite interested in the whole subject. So, and usually with her, she goes in and out of subjects, and this one seems to be sticking around a little bit longer, so fine, we'll do it. If that's what you like, let's explore it further. That makes me very happy to find something that she likes that isn't destructive or violent or just Roblox. Goodness, she's in her Roblox phase, and I'm hearing about people convincing young people to leave their homes and stuff through Roblox, so I always worry about that one. That one I feel very uncomfortable with. But unfortunately, she's already got an account, she's already been doing it for years, and we're keeping a close eye because I feel like it's a tough one because we want to protect our kids, but at the same time, if they're not exposed, they're going to be too naive. It's super easy to manipulate. So I'm kind of doing a catch-22. So we keep very close monitor on her chats. I don't think she has it on right now. We turn it on and off occasionally, depending on who she's playing with, because she does have a couple of her friends that have moved out of town and they still play their game and they want to talk to each other. So it's kind of one of those situations where we talk about things that bad people say and how they try to make it into being your best friend. And of course, you don't know who this person is. They could be anybody. And I'm very upfront with her about it, because I think internet safety is something our children, who are having access to it all the time, need to know. So that is a big thing we do in my house. I've done it with my son, and I'm going to do it with my 2 daughters. And we discuss what people say. If somebody messages you privately, then that's something to show your parents right away. Don't let them tell you things like untruths, and you don't tell them what school you go to, what grade you're in, how old you are, where you live. You cannot give them any clues. And I also show them how we figure out things like liars and whatnot. I show them scam texts, and I don't hide this stuff from them because they need to know these things to be able to maneuver. It's kind of like stranger danger. Like, we can talk till we're blue in the face about it, but until they start noticing these behaviors from adults, they're pretty oblivious. But my kids are getting pretty savvy to it. We do watch, and we're always watching out for the littlest one because she's still learning. But the bigger one is now starting to see some of these patterns and understand it. So, yeah, that's something on my mind this week. I absolutely love this yarn. It's so pretty. Even if this skein caused me some stress with having to untangle it because it decided to go through itself in a few spots, I still love it. It is so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh my goodness. The colors are just gorgeous. And I've got one side mostly done. But I think I'm going to have to build on it. I don't think it's going to fit me per se yet, being that it's a very fine weight, very thin, very fun to work with, very pretty. Like, I am just loving how gorgeous it is. There we go. And in we go again. Just like that. So smooth. And I love this hook. I am thinking about grabbing maybe some secondary ones of these because I love these ones so much, and I'm always so worried that something bad's gonna happen. And I do love this case. I'd really like to do it for my other sizes, so that way I have my travel set and then I have my home set. And then my home set can be a little more babied because it was a beautiful gift from my son and my husband. And I just don't want to wreck it because it's a beautiful gift. Speaking of beautiful gifts, something came across my Facebook marketplace that I was absolutely astounded by. So I had this Barbie, right, when I was a little girl, my very first Barbie. Her name's Jewel Secret Barbie. And somebody nearby was selling her, and we bought her. I'm so excited. She needs some cleanup. Her hair needs to be done. Her face needs a good cleaning. A couple stitches in her skirt, but for the all in all, she's mostly intact. I might even still have the necklace that I had for my original doll, which would be optimal because then I can just put it on this one. Of course, she's missing her ring and her earrings. I mean, this girl came from 1986. I'm so glad that her dress is all there, including this little blue ruffle that I know I lost mine right away. But I am so excited, and I can't wait to restore her. and put her with my gem doll, because those were my two go-to girls that I wanted. I wanted gems so bad, which is part of the reason why I'm gonna dye the hair pink. I'm kind of going into a gem era. Yes, I will always be blue. I love blue. Blue is my jam, but I kind of want to be gem for Halloween. So if I start my hair now, by the time we get to Halloween, I should have the silver and the lighter pink all worked out, because the blue color is extremely hard to get out of your hair. It's the heaviest besides red. Those two colors are the hardest to get out of your hair all the way. So doing my hair pink this time, the silver is definitely going to turn pink, and my new roots, and very likely the darker blue splotches are going to be a deep purple, which is going to look super cool. So I'm quite okay with that. And now that I've gotten my hair styled the way I wanted to, like the haircut is working for me, it's just been looking really good. Even though the color's growing out and looking a little ratty, it's still looking way better than it ever has. So I'm really excited about it. Plus I have access to hair masks and whatnot, so I've been playing with those and keeping my hair, my ends nice and trimmed and all that good stuff, so that way when I bleach it, it's minimal damage and you can't tell very much. But yeah, things I've been working on with my daughter and looking for things we can do together. So we're going to dye our hair this weekend, do a little cleaning, but I'm feeling a little bit icky after a long week and feeling a little weak already. Physically weak, I mean. My shoulder's feeling a little put out this morning. My coffee was phenomenal. It's a little colder today. It's supposed to warm up again, which will be great. Oh, right back to the beginning. Gosh, I love making it all the way around. 2 and 3. Gonna do a half double crochet. We go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna double check into my old videos and see where I'm at with the rainbow sweater. I think I did a video where I attached, or at least mentioned how I attached it. I think I know when I did it, so I have a pretty good idea of where it is. Which is another good reason why these videos are amazing for me, because I didn't write it down, because I didn't have the book yet, and I wasn't thinking I would needed to. But I'm really struggling with that other sleeve, and it's kind of frustrating me. It also could just be I'm just having that kind of day. And that's normal. Normal everyday thing, you know, just kind of, yeah, sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not. Anyhow, thank you for joining me here today at All the Crackers in the Box, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye!